This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Back in the saddle again.
I know, it feels like forever.
It has been forever, especially for anybody who's been listening.
Yeah.
Luckily,
did you at least change
I did
out?
change the replays.
Okay, that's good.
So
that's good.
Good for that.
That's good.
Everybody should be
Why
happy
in the-
there.
Oh, there it is. Never mind.
What are you doing?
I was getting ready to do my normal share.
Oh, okay. Do your sharing
I'm
things
listening.
and all the rest. We actually have Kari on the show.
Okay, am I muted?
No.
Oh, good. I did it right.
Kari has a new mic.
Yes. Well, yes.
Keith was nice enough to let her borrow his. And,
yeah.
And by the way,
and so now she's all professional.
Professionals.
Yes.
Getting everything set up with the microphone.
That was
so,
nice.
yay, everything is good.
That was nice.
So how was your Resurrection Sunday and week and continuation of?
Wonderful and busy. Easter is a really busy season.
I knew that was coming. I just didn't know at what point that was gonna drop. And the battle begins.
Yeah.
I realized that I overestimate. I'm a pretty high energy person.
No.
But I overestimated
Easter?
my abilities.
Why?
Did you?
What happened?
What'd you do?
I did. Well, so my dad visited, which we haven't seen him in a while. Because he lives out of the country. So we saw him. So he visited. Our oldest turned 18.
Yay.
And then it's Holy Week. And it all just like got crammed into the same time period. And then Holy Week, and I even told my family lovingly, I said, hey, don't expect anything from me this week.
Nothing is, you get nothing.
Right. And so then after Holy Week, then we get into the next week, and our senior pastor and his wife take off that next week, which is really smart because Holy Week is very tiring.
Oh, yeah.
But that meant that I was doing
everything.
All
yeah.
the things.
Well, not everything, because we have just amazing staff and ministry stuff. So
Good stuff like that.
Right.
Yes, I had to prepare for the adult education and the sermon and the service and stuff. So it was a lot. Oh, and in that, the kids went to Florida.
Oh, well.
He was in Atlanta. So I did a little bit of the single parent stuff. And then I had a little bit of time with no kids and no Keith, just not even a full day. But I got to steam mop. And so it was really good.
Oh, see, it's the little things.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Well, and I had a couple of girlfriends over for lunch, and that was good.
Very nice.
A nice little chance to
sit down and
let the steam out, kind of relax a little bit.
Yeah, it was good.
It's not bad.
That's awesome.
So busy, nonstop. But how about you? How was your Holy Week?
You wanna? You first.
No, you go ahead.
No,
my stories are funny.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't do anything. I did absolutely nothing. I was at home. I'm a homebody, so I didn't do anything.
Excellent.
I celebrated by making sure that my family was home and safe and good, and everything was fine.
Good.
Yeah, I didn't do anything.
Until
I drove to the southern part of Georgia and officiated the wedding.
Right.
That.
You did that. Yeah.
I did that.
Officiated a wedding.
I did.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he took your job.
I did. No, I knew she was busy during Holy Week, and I thought I would help her out
Look at you.
and take one for the team.
You took
and
one for the team.
I
for
did.
Sure.
I carried the load on my
Definitely.
shoulders.
Yep.
No, so
Don't ask what load it was.
So they were So the bride and groom, God bless them, love them dearly. They were they met on TikTok, and so
What?
Yeah. So their entire relationship has been about, silly videos and things like that, which is why they decided that they were going to have a few over the top, extra funny kind of thing. On top of the fact that most weddings, to be completely honest, are stressful.
Time out.
Okay.
Time out.
Okay.
They're gonna have you as the
Yeah,
ordained minister here.
Yeah, okay.
And you're gonna call their stuff over the top.
Well, that's exactly actually during during I don't know what you call what I said and what do you call it during the ceremony. I did mention that even though I was on the last, the bottom of the list,
Right, you were on the bottom
to
rung,
be
yeah.
picked for this position, I was at the top of said bottom list. So that's still being at the top.
So
of
you
the
were in
list.
the middle.
Okay.
I still counted for something.
Yes,
They had a lot of other choices and they had to settle for me.
they chose you.
But no, so my favorite part was that I didn't find this out until after the ceremony was over.
That they chose you.
No, I knew they picked me. I just didn't know. It's like, what the hell are you doing here, dude? I'm doing a wedding.
Oh, well,
No,
okay.
So no, they did the wedding and then they did the reception. They ate. There was a lot of roasted pork, or not roasted pork, pork butt, smoked pork butt.
Okay.
Me, the groom, the flower guy, and the ring guy.
You may want to explain that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they didn't have an actual children do it, so it was a ring. It wasn't even a ring bearer. It was a fully grown man
Yeah.
In children's clothes?
in Daisy Duke shorts and a white T-shirt with suspenders, and this T-shirt said "Ring Security."
Oh,
Yeah. But we all the night before until like almost 2 a.m. Smoked. I think it was 8 or 10 Boston butts, and I'm talking. For those of you watching, it was. I mean,
Yeah, it was- they're big butts.
They were a
It was
solid.
a big butt.
he likes
and
big
I cannot
butts.
lie.
That's right. He smoked big
yeah,
butts,
they were-
and he cannot lie.
there was a lot of it.
Unlike Hunter Biden, who liked to smoke Parmesan cheese.
Ew.
Apparently.
Ew. No.
I have not heard that one.
What? You talking about the fact that he was on an interview on Sunday and he was talking about the fact that he would wake up every 15 minutes after getting high and he would grab anything he could, even picking through the carpets, trying to find whatever he could to smoke that looked like anywhere close to crack cocaine. And then it would be like his comment, which was supposed to be a joke, was flat out, yeah, I've probably smoked more Parmesan cheese than anybody you know.
No, I missed that one.
Yeah,
That's your president, ladies and gentlemen.
that's your president's son.
Oh, the
President's
son. I thought you said it was
Hunter.
Oh, I thought you said
Hunter.
it was Biden.
No, this is Hunter.
Oh.
You know, he released
That's
his
even
book.
worse.
He released his book
Oh, good.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what needed to happen.
to make sure his dad was going to go down in a great reputation.
Now, of course.
Yeah.
Well, so the best part about this wedding is I had to add my little flair as well. So I did the marriage thing.
Maui.
Right.
So I get in there, and apparently I'd only really spoken to a few choice people.
So nobody knew you?
Nobody knew who
That's
I sounded
awesome. That's perfect.
So here's the deal. So when everything was
great.
done, they all came down. Nobody heard word one from me. I started off marriage. And I had the accent, did all of it all the way down
Yeah.
the line. Nobody laughed. Like the bride and groom were peeing themselves. Okay, it was hilarious. There were a few choice people, a couple people. Granted, they may have already been drunk, but there were a few people that were dying. Okay, but other than that, of a room of about 55 to 60 people, nobody laughed.
Really?
Okay, and I'm thinking, wow, this bombed. Like, because again, so the ring boy comes down, and again, he looks like a little German dude in lederhosen, so he's like prancing and spinning around and being silly.
Yep.
And then the flower girl is a guy that was wearing an American flag short, or overalls shorts. So his shorts, but that were overalls, and he's like throwing them out and stuff and doing it to like pour some sugar on me or whatever that song was. And so it was all this stuff, and then here I come with marriage, and I thought when I started doing it and nobody's laughing, I'm like, people are just done. Like they just it's gone too far. They're just like, wow. And so I stuck to it. I finished it to the end. I got done. And as soon as it was done, I paused for a minute. And I said, now that all the seriousness is over, let's have a wedding. And when I did the ceremony. And I had a couple little quips, like, I did buy the power vested in me by a website that I signed up on,
et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I did like that to be fun, but I kept it pretty, Mm-hmm. So we get done with the reception, and everybody is staying over at this hotel at this plantation, and there's a bar down in there and a dining room area, and we all went over there, and we're all sitting outside, and everybody's having a few drinks and cutting up, and I'm not, because I'm the DD and I'm taking care of the bride and groom's house, their animals and stuff, and so
yeah,
I can't drive, so I'm sitting there and we're talking, and the bride's sister comes and sits down, and she said, I have to tell you. First off, it was a great ceremony. It was really good. And I said, oh, well, thank you. And she goes, I have to tell you, I got scared at first. I said, what do you mean? So
she thought
the
that
bride
was your voice, what didn't she?
The bride has a 30-something older sister. This is who was talking to me. And then like a 16 and a 13, I think, year old sister. So the two younger sisters are sitting next to the older one, okay? And I started mowage. Again, no one had heard my voice. Yes. The look, apparently, that the older sister told me that the younger sisters had. The older sister, the oldest, taps him and says, you don't laugh. Don't you dare laugh. Don't make fun of him. They thought it was my real voice. That's why no one laughed. They thought I had a speech impediment, and that's why no one laughed at it.
So that is so funny. So you were uncomfortable because no one was laughing, and they were uncomfortable because
they didn't know the joke.
They didn't know what they were supposed to. Exactly.
They were trying to be respectful.
Exactly.
They were trying to be nice to you.
They were trying to be nice to me, and I'm like, no, laugh at me, please. It's funny. And afterwards, she goes, once it happened, it was all over, and she's like, oh my God, I thought that was your real voice. I said,
nope.
No.
Oh,
thank you, but no.
It'd be really funny, but
it would be really funny.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, so that just topped the whole night off for me. That's
awesome.
And I knew I did good. And I found out who it was. There were a couple people come up to me afterwards. Mm-hmm. But there was this old guy. He had to be in his 70s. I think it was the groom's uncle or something, great uncle or something.
The oldest uncle.
He'd been, and he kind of caught me. The way he said it looked good, or it was a good ceremony. I'm like, oh, and I thought it was kind of he was just being polite.
Yeah.
And then he just started on. He's like, no, it was different. He's like, most people kind of do the traditional, do you, and it's all strict. He's like, no, you kind of put your own twist on it and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I do a radio show.
Vows?
So,
How'd you do the vows?
They did their own vows.
Okay.
Yeah, they did their own stuff. And I found out later, I actually still have it. I wrote it out, just kind of a bullet point thing in notes on my iPad.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's the way that we work.
Well, and I filled in the important stuff.
Right.
I did that. I wasn't going to do 1 Corinthians. I wasn't. It's so overplayed. I hate it so badly.
He likes it, but he doesn't like using
What
it.
I wanted to do,
right,
was I wanted to do, what is it? Is it Ephesians? Husbands, love your wife like Christ loved the church and gave himself for her, and then wives, submit yourself to your, as if you're submitting to God. I wanted to do on that, is what I wanted to do. And then it occurred to me that in order to do that and do that properly, because I don't know these people, to do that properly requires diving into a lot of theology that this ceremony probably did not have time or anybody wanted to hear.
No.
So at the last minute, I kind of touched on them. I was like, I did end up reading 1 Corinthians 3.
Yeah.
And then when I got back, I looked at the husband and I'm like, by the way, Ephesians says you're supposed to love your wife like Christ loved the church. So you better. Like he died for her. So you'd better.
It's yours.
Wow.
Well, I did it from the angle. So anybody who knows me knows the fact, me and the bride were best friends for, I've known her for 3 years, very close, constantly when all this stuff was constantly talking. And I knew when he came into the picture, I've been around. So I was I don't know. I think subconsciously it was kind of like that, big brother kind of, you hurt or I kill you kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But it went off really well. It was the only thing that I did realize I did wrong was when it came to, do you, and you, I realized that I had given him more things to say I do to than her. Because I had it in I didn't write it down. I had it on the iPad, but I didn't write down. And I knew I'm like, I'm not going to do obey because everybody's like, obey. Huh. So, but I had everything else. And I started with him and I did everything for him that I could remember. And then for her, it was like 4 things. It ended up being like 4 or 5 things and that was it. And I'm like, do you? She's like, I do.
Yes.
I was like, okay,
So
good.
Yes.
funny.
Good. Now kiss.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, power vested in me by the website that I signed up on last week in the state of Georgia. Now pronounce you husband and wife, kiss your bride.
Where's the certificate?
Yeah, yeah.
So I
and they
can sign
did
it
so,
later.
and he was previously married. He has 3 kids, and they wanted to include them, but not include them. And
Right.
so what happened was she ended up buying Bibles for him for each one of the kids, and they played. I don't know what the song was, but they played a song, and during the song, she gave one to each of the kids and said, "Hey, you know," basically said to each one of them. And it went from like I think 9 down to 4, I think. But it was each one of them got basically the same message. Was like, you know, the most important thing out of all this is, you know Jesus and love him, and this is why I want to give you a Bible. And the 2 older ones were bawling their eyes out, and it was sweet. It was cute. So,
Does she have any kids?
nope, never been married, never had kids, nothing. So.
Okay.
Very, very apropos over here on the Twitters. Oblivion flickering, hashtag arm yourselves. They're all not going to laugh at you. They're all not going to laugh at you.
And that's the one time I wanted to be laughed at. No one did it. Daggone it. I actually, but I did. I got panicky for a minute. I'm like, wow, this is bombing.
No,
This
it's just
sucks.
everybody was trying to be respectful.
And but that was the best part to me. Because she looked at me dead in my face. She goes, we thought that was your real voice. I'm like, oh, wow.
That is so funny. Like, did a huge just wave of,
Yeah, because they're like, well, we know what it was. Or actually, they hadn't, like the older sister had kind of knew what it was from because she couldn't remember. Like she'd heard the clip 100 times, but it never put 2 and 2 together. Yeah,
never stuck in.
And the younger kids had no idea.
Right.
So, but everybody else kind of did. But I guess because, again, there was only like 3 or 4 people I talked to, and it wasn't like I was.
right.
And so, at least before the wedding, so all these random people are showing up. And I apparently, I talk like this with
That
a speech
is
impediment
Every time.
every time. And I thought it was hilarious. So I did. I felt
It
a
took him
little
long
bit
enough
better.
to get the voice down. He might as
'Cause-
well use it when he can.
Oh yeah, so yeah, and when I figured once she told me that, I just automatically chucked it up as that was what most everybody else was thinking too. Is they didn't know so it was fun. It was a good time.
That's awesome.
Good.
I had a ball.
Good.
I always do like that part of that Georgia with it. I've always liked that area anyway, and then I've got friends and stuff down there now, so it's like it's kind of like going home but not going home.
He
Yes.
got treated really well down there, and now he wants to live down there. And I'm like,
No, I don't want to live down there.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
do.
want
You
to
do
live
want
there.
to.
I mean, I do, but I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know.
Yeah. Don't do it. It's not good.
Can't. Well, I can't anyway.
Yeah.
Internet's as bad as mine.
So we were talking about the Easters.
We were
talking about
We're gonna
the
hit.
Easters.
Do we have enough time to do this with 5 minutes left?
We got 5 minutes left.
We have to carry it over to
I
the
want to
break.
bring
Let's
it.
do
yeah,
it. and
We're
we'll
gonna do it. We're gonna bring it through. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
You heard of the Raphael Warnocks, right?
The
Reverend Senator Raphael Warnock.
Yeah.
I thought it was Warlock.
No. That
Should be Warlock.
pretty close.
because he's close. It's
Yeah, it's close. I mean, he's a
Oddly
wizard.
enough, from Georgia,
Yeah,
where I was at.
he's a wizard, Harry.
Yes.
He is a wizard, Harry. You're a wizard, Harry.
So during the Easters,
You mean Resurrection Week,
yes,
Holy Week?
right, that one, yes, same one.
Gary's like eyes twitching. It's like, get on with it.
So he set off on a theological bomb on Sunday when he tweeted that the meaning of Easter, this is a quote, is more transcendent than the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
What say you, Carrie?
Wait, the meaning of Easter?
The meaning of Easter is more,
Is more transcendent
than the resurrection
than the
of
resur-
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Huh? Yeah.
What do you mean it doesn't make sense?
What are you talking about?
Easter bunnies and eggs and chocolate does not
rabbits?
transcend Jesus' resurrection?
Right? Jesus didn't come down to give us eggs that popped into bunnies that then made chocolate?
That's not chocolate you're eating, kid.
Oh, dang it.
It's just very confusing. So
Isn't it though? And and bear in mind, just for clarity's sake, he is a senior pastor.
Yes, at his church.
At Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta.
What is his, and I mean this not snarky either, what is his education?
Great question.
Apparently
Probably the same thing that he got.
I was going to say the back of a cereal box, maybe?
Unitarian church? I don't know.
Yeah.
Same thing.
No, but at least you get a book from that.
Oh, that's right. You know what?
I did get a book.
I bet you anything he has the what is it? The Christian theology. I can't spit it out because it's not coming to my head anymore.
Scientology?
No, not Scientology. It's
I don't know.
It's theology of like black slave trade, whatever.
Reparations theology?
Something like that. Yeah. Something close to that.
Yeah. Oh, the black. Yeah, black.
Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
The same thing that Jeremiah Wright does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That thing.
Probably.
Yeah, it's probably that.
Yeah. I believe it.
Black liberation.
Black
theology.
liberation.
There you
That's
go.
the word.
Thank you.
I'm trying to find out that middle word.
Yep.
It's BLTs. I forget.
That's it. It's the BLT.
Yeah.
Which makes me hungry.
But yes, the
BLT
meaning of Easter transcends the resurrection of Jesus.
Yes.
But what does he say the meaning of Easter is then?
Well, he continues saying, whether you're
Okay.
Christian or not, through a commitment of helping others, we're able to save ourselves.
Oh, those of you not watching on the video,
just missed it. You missed it.
I'm telling you,
Go back and watch it on the
if
YouTube.
nothing else, go to YouTube at DOA Show on YouTube.
What time?
That was fantastic. Around the
20-minute mark? Yeah,
Give or
22.
You need to see this reaction. It's almost as if Kari got hit with a taser.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Like she flexed and tensed and
or she ate the hottest pepper that she
Yeah.
could. You know, that thing?
Yeah. It was a look like
Or a really bad alcohol. Just
or a fart that wasn't a fart, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's upsetting.
That's where
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and upsetting. Just say.
That. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so much that I'm speechless, but it's so much. So, I mean, where do you begin with that? I mean,
don't
so
know.
let's take this from the. I mean, do you start from the start or the end?
Yeah.
Or do you jump in at the middle? I mean, seriously.
There really is
so
no-
read that one more time.
Okay. So from the beginning.
Starting from the beginning.
We may have to see. It's now. This is why we started it.
This
now.
works out perfect.
This is going to give you time to think.
We're going to read
over
these
the
things
break.
off and it'll go into the break. It's perfect.
Oh, it's great.
The meaning, this is a quote, the meaning of Easter is more transcendent than the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
Whether you're a Christian or not, through a commitment of helping others, we're able to save ourselves.
Those are direct quotes from tweets that actually don't exist because I think he deleted them. But
I think so.
But yeah. So there you go. She's
pondering. I
gonna
think that's
take
what's going to happen.
Down.
Yeah. So Watson actually chimed in on us.
liberation theology and critical race theory is what.
Thank you, Watson.
Thank you, Watson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the full blown.
Love you, buddy.
Yeah, that's exactly what that junk is.
Oh, we knew he would know
Yeah. Oh yeah.
because he's talked about it a lot. Yeah, Swedimus Prime, Black Liberation Theology.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. Yep. Look on Kari's face. The story keeps escalating. Makes it even better. Of course, that was about the church stuff and everything that was going on to the Dylan's pastoring, but
Good
whatever.
times.
Great oldies, right?
It's so good to be back.
With that, we'll be right back.
Be back, yeah. If I dressed up like Elvis, I would have been the just shy of the post-mortem version of him.
Just shy of the post-mortem.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, so the meaning of Easter is more transcendent than the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Whether you are a Christian or not, through a commitment of helping others, we are able to save ourselves.
Yes. Which is kind of funny because just that last part alone has a very Mormonistic kind of feel to it. But it's a Baptist church. And I understand that the labeling on the front.
That is not a Christian.
Oh, of course not. But I'm just saying, when you have a label on the front of your church that's Baptist, and you're literally preaching a theology and a doctrine, not even theology, a doctrine that's nothing close to it. And like I said, it's not just the whole black liberation thing, which is a different one in and of itself. But you're going so far as going along with the Mormon thing like this. Wow, dude, hold on.
Well, that is a saved by grace after I've done everything I can.
Yeah.
Which is not.
No. Not the same. Saved by grace plus.
No, there's no plus. If there was plus, then what was the point?
Triple plus good.
Triple plus good?
Triple plus good.
Pinky up makes it classy.
That's right. I was going newspeak, but sure.
No, I know. Nights you say knee.
James got a screenshot of your reaction.
Oh no.
Yes. Dude, you need to send that to us. I think we're
Please.
gonna make
We need
do
that.
something
Yeah,
to that.
that's
we're
great.
we're gonna
This is Defenders Live.
Sweatimus Prime over on Twitter. The look on Kari Malinek's face is what, as this story keeps escalating, makes the whole thing so much better.
Also, Sweatimus Prime, you guys are really setting her off tonight. And me. Hashtag arm yourselves. And then he has a meme down there. Heresy alert.
Yep.
And a whole bunch of robots running around.
Doing everything. Southern Ohio Jackal over on Twitter. Wow, so many words to say. This pastor, quotes, has no clue what Easter is and is faking I think it meant to say horribly. It says inhonorably. Yeah, but you know what, though? They always say fake it till you make it. And so, that is perfect.
That's great.
I love it.
James
Oh, no.
over there, James
We have
in
it.
Louisiana, over there on the YouTube's got a screenshot of the reaction face.
Perfect. I think
no.
we need to shrink that down and put it into a little.
No, what I'm
turn
gonna
it into a
do?
meme.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tag that. I'm gonna make that a post on Twitter with that, and then a clip.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You shrink it down to just her, not us.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
put it
yeah,
on
yeah.
her, and I want to keep a copy of it plain because I got so many memes I can make with
That's
it.
so good.
The nights you say name.
I need to see this. You please text it to me.
yeah, we got you.
The nights you say knee on Twitter. Marriage is what brings us together today, and political correctness is what prevents us from laughing.
Wah.
Ah, that's good.
I love it. So
That is
fantastic.
good.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I love it. So yeah. So have you had?
Yes. But, okay, and we're going to get to this. Remind me, I want to talk about, because the whole political correctness and an interesting event I went to today and conversation I had with Beth afterwards. So I want to talk about that.
Okay.
So-
All right.
Okay, so first of all, so the meaning of Easter, okay, Easter is not a bad term.
Okay.
That doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me at all, because in the Christian faith, it is the celebration of. I mean, Holy Week leads up. There are
Right. Yeah.
Thursday, Good Friday. Well, Palm Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, and Easter, or Resurrection Sunday. So that doesn't bother me. That's where I'm very confused with how he could be saying the meaning of Easter is more transcendent than the resurrection of Jesus Christ, because the meaning of Easter is that Jesus Christ was triumphant, that he was resurrected. He was triumphant over sin, death, and the devil. So I don't understand how a meaning of his resurrection could be more transcendent than his resurrection.
Wow.
So either it's that, or he's saying, as you said, that chocolate bunnies and egg hunts are more transcendent than the resurrection.
Oh,
They have a huge problem. So either way, either he is like out to lunch, completely confused, or he's like wicked.
something wicked this way comes,
Yeah.
and his name is Warnock.
Yeah.
So then whether you are a Christian or not, now I am not, I mean, we all have to hear the word, I mean, in Romans, Paul writes about how, how can we come to believe if we don't hear, and how can anyone hear if someone is not sent? And, he quotes from Isaiah, beautiful are the feet of those who bring the good news. And, so I'm not not Christian, right? I mean, those are, I mean, they're people we should be sharing with, sharing Christ with. So
exactly.
So that, but the whether you're Christian or not, Easter is going to mean something if you are a Christian.
Yeah.
Right. And the resurrection of Christ is going to mean something. Then he just tops himself.
If that's even, I know. And the best part is you don't think it's possible.
And then he does it anyway.
It's
Seriously.
Seriously.
So if he is a Christian preacher, reverend, who holds to the authority of God's word,
Sure.
it is very clear that one is saved by grace through faith
Yes.
in Jesus Christ. And we are saved because he died on a cross and was resurrected. We know that him as the sacrifice for sin was accepted because there was an empty tomb. So
hear the eye twitching, getting more. Yep. Okay.
also clear, Jesus says that that all those who believe in me will not perish but have eternal life. We have him saying that I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. I am the gate. I am the shepherd. I mean, okay. So, and that's just a little smidgen. I mean, like, there is plenty in scripture that says Jesus is the way. So, so he shouldn't be saying on that premise, as a Christian preacher, he should not be saying whether you're Christian or not, and then leading into how one is saved. Because one is saved through the faith that has been given to them, faith in the holy God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, right?
Right.
I mean,
Yes.
in salvation through Christ.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're there. We're there. Okay.
So now we get to this commitment. Oh my gosh.
I know.
This commitment of helping others, or through a commitment of helping others, we are able to save ourselves. Scripture is very clear. We cannot save ourselves. It is not works-based. It is not merit-based.
So,
in fact, in Isaiah, it talks about our righteous deeds, the righteous deeds, any good that we do is like filthy rags. And it's not just a filthy rag. It is a menstrual rag. It is graphically disgusting.
Yep. I was about to say,
that's
we've talked about that before. That's not just a filthy rag is a very PC term.
Yeah, it's not just like
It's not just like a dirty rag that you got from like you got
washing
some oil,
dishes or
whatever.
wiping oil on your hands.
It's
No.
not nasty.
Yeah, no.
This is basically a maxi pad thrown in your face.
Yeah, this is maxi pad, or like if you had toilet paper that had poo.
Yeah.
Like it's all in that kind of.
It's there.
It's that vein.
That's there. It is.
It's graphically filthy.
Yep.
Yes.
And
all the things that you don't want.
Our good deeds out of our own power. Now, do we do good deeds? Yes, we do. We do good deeds that are spurned by the Spirit in us. So we're called and prompted and pushed to do good deeds. It's the fruit of the Spirit. And so, and that comes out because of the salvation.
Yeah.
So we have been saved, and in that salvation, we are moving with the Holy Spirit within us. So we're not saving ourselves. That's where, like, when James writes about show me a faith without works is dead. He wasn't writing to unbelievers. He was writing to people who had already believed in Christ, who already were saved. And so he's saying that your faith is lived out in your works. You have already been saved.
Right.
This is just, oh my gosh.
You're right.
You okay?
You're right. This whole triggering someone else thing is fantastic.
Isn't it great?
This is great.
This is awesome.
Because usually it's me. I'm the one who's snapping, his eye twitching, the tumor throbbing, the whole thing.
Isn't this
I
fun?
can tell Kari is trying very hard to keep composure, to maintain.
It's so good.
There's been a couple moments she was this close to breaking, and I'm like, yes,
She kept it.
she's doing good. Like she's definitely more of a professional than me.
It is frustrating. I mean, we are warned in Scripture about false teachers, about false prophets, and about those who, the wolves who will lead
Who
the
tickle
sheep
the
astray.
ears.
And wicked, evil words.
Yep.
Yeah. You're right. But you know what else? He has protectors in the media. He has people that are right by his side, wanting to make sure that we understand that he's a real pastor, and you'll do better to believe him before you believe somebody who's just read the Bible.
Yep.
Like Joy Reid.
Joy Reid. Actually, yes. She, there was this whole exchange here. She,
So she's going against Jenna Ellis.
Yeah, she had seen said tweet
From Warnock.
Yeah, and from Warnock, and was like, oh, well, there's another fellow black guy getting picked on by somebody who was
Joy Reid's a fellow black guy.
I mean, well, I don't know. It's 2021. She can
Could be
identify
anything.
as whatever she wants to be.
Anything, yeah.
But Jenna Ellis happened to be one of President Trump's former attorneys. Okay, and legal counsel. So
Yes.
she's really not liked. And Jenna Ellis had kind of caught it and kind of started throwing things out there saying, you're wrong, Warnock. Everything you're saying is biblically inaccurate.
Yes.
And coming from a pastor, it's even worse.
Right.
And so Joy Reid saw all this and said, oh, how dare you, you Trumper, argue and fight with a black guy. One, because he's black, and two, because he's a pastor.
Right.
Literally, she says that her response, Joy Reid caught an eyeful of Ellis's response to Warnock and launched a defense on his behalf, saying she will side with Warnock since he is, quote, a pastor and a scholar on the word, end quote.
No.
That's like saying Barack Obama was a scholar on the Constitution.
You can't.
Both taught the subjects that they were talking
Right.
about.
Yeah, you can't be a scholar. Sadly, this is just a situation where, and we've been getting there for the longest time.
Yeah.
Is if you really pay attention and back out for a bit and look at the macro of the way society has been run for
Quite a
close to
while.
100 years, it's that whole, well, somebody up there, somebody who has all that schooling or somebody who is in government or whatever, they know more than I do.
Yes.
So I need to listen to them because there must be something
Right.
I'm missing. And we're literally getting it to the point now where now it's, well, that pastor knows more than me. Just because he got the name pastor or clergy or priest or
Right.
whatever, they must know something more than me. So therefore, I'm stupid and I need to listen to them.
So we're going back to original Catholicism.
Yep.
I was just going to say, I was teaching confirmation this Sunday, and we're studying Martin Luther. And when he was given the doctorate of Bible, so, you know, he was given this amazing doctorate, and when he received that awarding, he said, because at that time it wasn't common for theologians to have read the New Testament unless they had gotten a doctorate. They were
Right,
able
yeah.
to read the Old Testament.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he said, I will spend the rest of my life searching the Bible for truths, for God's truths at all costs.
Right.
And it nearly cost him his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even at that time, he wasn't seeking to leave Catholicism, to leave the church. So
Yeah. And well, okay. So back in that time, you had to know Latin to read the Bible.
Yep.
Bar none, you had to know Latin, which means one, you had to be educated and educated beyond what most common people were. That was why that whole thing happened. That's why everything went through. Move along to our founding generations, and to get into college in our founding years, when in America's founding years, the first 50 to 100 years, you had to be able to take the book of James or the book of John. This was your entrance exam.
Yeah.
Take the book of John in English, translate it to Latin, then take it from Latin and translate it back to English. That was your entrance exam to get into college.
Easy.
Easy peasy, right?
Oh, yeah.
You had to know what you were talking about.
Yeah.
And you had to understand it.
Literally inside
The
and out.
reason why they did that at such a founding level of education for everybody was just that. You had to know it. It's
Right.
what our entire civilization is based on. You had to know it. If you don't know it, then you can't argue it. If you don't understand the faith in the religion that you're a part of or the one that you're arguing against, then you can't argue against it because
Right.
all of your stuff is just going to be straw man arguments.
Yep.
Well, and honestly, a lot of going back to, and this, I think this goes back to exactly what you're saying, but then also addressing what Joy Reid was saying. Well, I'm going to side with him because he's a pastor, but, or, you know, I shouldn't listen to anyone just because they've read the Bible. But that is, there are many atheists that are very familiar with scripture.
And they have to
that-
be. They had to read through it, or else they wouldn't be able to stand on their own two legs and say, I know this part. I know for a fact that this is this and this
And
is
they
this.
know church history. I mean, there are,
Yeah.
yes.
The only way that you can have that argument, the only way that anybody can sit in the public sector and have an argument about faith and religion and actually be knowledgeable about it is to, one, read the Bible.
Yeah. Well, and if you see it, and just to take a slight spin on this whole thing with the whole Easter and you see the corruption and stuff on this side, you can go to places like TikTok. There's a guy, and I've seen on there. He is one of those. He's a white guy, but it's one of those that, you know, God loves everybody, kind of, you know, all about gays and lesbians, like the hardcore. And actually, he did a quote series on there about unlearning the Bible and basically saying how things that are in the Bible, like Jesus is not, or how we're supposed to follow Jesus and not the Bible. Because
Jesus is the living word.
no, yeah, but that's not,
Right.
but that's not the Bible.
But how is it not the Bible?
That was his argument. I'm dead serious. His argument was that Jesus is not the Bible.
How do you know
it was
about
translated and done by men, and that is not the Bible.
How do you know about Jesus if you didn't have the Bible?
Dude, I'm not kidding you. I for a brief moment, got into a very long, drawn-out argument with him, and I'd like, oh, this is stupid. But you have that kind of stuff, and that's even worse because you have people who are flipping through these things in, minute and a half tops, little videos, and they're going, oh, well, this guy's talking what I want to. This is right. And they're just being sucked into this stuff. Mm-hmm. And before you know it, be from the SAV over on Twitter. I'm not a scholar, but I can read. Maybe Bibles are just hard to find.
Maybe so.
I don't know. I said,
they're not
bride,
at all.
The bride that I got
have
married,
about 6 in this house.
Yeah, they had 3 of them at the wedding. I'm just saying.
And she passed them out.
And she passed them out
for free.
For free.
Yeah.
So not that bad.
No.
Cancel producer Chris over on the Twitters. Reverend Warnock understands we can save ourselves. How dare you doubt his qualifications? Mm-hmm. And in oblivion flickering. Also on Twitter, #arm yourselves. I must be a scholar. They gave me a scholarship. I was waiting for that. I really was. It was only a matter of time.
Jeez.
It was only a matter of time. But yeah, no. But again, that's the world.
So is a doctorate. Only a matter of time.
A little bit more time.
That's right.
But no, it's one of those things that people are not taking. Instead of doing anything for themselves now, they're getting their information from people who, for some reason, they have put into some kind of a pedestal mark. Well, this guy on TikTok says he's a pastor. He wears a little white collar on there, blah, 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 blah.
Sure, so that's
says
the guy.
He has all these credentials, so it must be something.
Because you can trust anything on the internet.
Right. And he says it's this way, and I like what he's saying, so it must be right.
Once again, be wary of those that tickle the ears.
Right.
Yeah. It's never once do you sit there and actually verify it yourself. Mm-hmm. Read it literally in black and white, or red and white, depending on where it is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Red, white, and blue?
No. America's Bible.
All the letters are blue except for Jesus's words, which are red, and then the pages are white. So it's red, white, and blue. Yeah, it's
that actually
America's Bible.
That would be actually
you
really
know what?
Cool.
I think I just made a thing.
Like the American flag on its cover. I like that.
I think we can do this.
Give it out at the 4th of July.
And it could be new. It could be the English Standard Version, the ESV.
ESV.
So ESV with the blue print and red lettering.
And in the back of the Bible, on top of everything else, on top of the maps and everything else, have like a
nobody steal this idea. I'm gonna do this.
Have an attachment, or not attachment, but added to it, the Constitution, like a pocket Constitution
in the back.
As part of it. It's fantastic. I like it.
Wait. We got to get all the references from Wall Builders because we can do the references of where they found all their points in the Constitution. On the we got to steal it from Wall Builders.
We need to email them
we need to talk to them about this.
We got to make this happen.
We need to make a joint venture of this. Nobody steal this idea.
Too late. It's going to be on Amazon tomorrow.
Dang it.
Seriously.
I at least need to do it on Thursday, okay? Just give me time.
Give me till Thursday.
I need 48 hours.
Just 48 hours.
I need 2 days.
That's all I need.
Actually, that sounds like a great idea. Doesn't that sound like a good idea?
I like it.
I think I probably would not put a constitution in there.
I would.
I like the idea of
the blue ink and the white pages.
Through,
and the red, white,
going through. And so I am, I think that a lot of people have turned their politics into, or the country of America into their God, into their religion.
Sure. Yeah.
That's a good point.
So,
I got you. Good point. That's a good point.
Okay. Well, that's why I wanted to take it a different route, take it the other way around, which is this is your faith, and this is how your faith ties into your country.
I think
this is how it
really
actually started your country.
Yes, I think that would actually be really cool. And you see like C.S. Lewis Bibles and women's study Bibles and stuff like that. And I think to do it in that sort of vein would be really cool.
Yeah. Do they have a Bible that has the English translation and the Greek side by side, don't they?
Yes, they do.
I thought I'd seen that.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah.
The what is it? The Dewey Ray? The Dewey?
I don't remember what it's called. I know I'd
I
seen
think
it
it's
once.
the Dewey Rames Bible.
I don't know. I mean, you can't get more direct than that. Like,
Yeah.
there it is, Chief.
Yeah, if you want to go for it, there it is. I'm not reading.
I've got one, but it's not Dewey Rames, I don't believe.
I want one in Latin.
You just want a straight Latin.
I want a straight Latin Bible.
You can get that. From
And
the
I don't
Vatican
mean
if you
like
want.
Latin America Bible. I want like a Latin.
I actually have one, an English Spanish Bible, and I love reading it.
See, we need to get like Thomas Jefferson and start like, I don't know, reading it and then reading it in French and then reading it in Spanish and then reading it in German and comparing the notes. Because apparently, by Thomas Jefferson standards, the French and the German translations are a heck of a lot better and more descriptive than the English translation.
I could see that.
I would see that with the French. I'm surprised about the German since the English is a Germanic language.
Apparently, it's not close enough.
Huh. Yeah, but I hate
Very interesting.
I hate hearing French speak. I really do. I don't like the French language because it's
It reminds you of people that are pompous.
well that it is. It's one of those things, and everybody's made fun of it before. But they sound so happy and so nice,
But they're
they're
mean.
cursing at you. It's the language
I like
is.
the sound of French.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds pretty,
So
but
does my wife.
but when you listen to what they mean, it's just like German. German sounds very harsh and very angry,
Yes.
But they could be really nice to you.
and they could be being
Yes.
very nice, and it's that sweetness. It's the nice soundingness of the language is what helps to aid them in being wusses.
Right.
Yeah, I said it. I don't care. No, I didn't say whatever. But no, let's see. I had tweets and I
There's
missed
also
them.
the Hebrew Greek study Bible, which is also
That would be a good one too. Or have it just
I've seen that. I don't think I have one of those where it's the Hebrew,
they in
English, Greek.
at the Southeastern Seminary, Southeastern Baptist. They basically one of the classes force you to buy it so that you have to translate.
Yeah.
It's like
I thought,
no.
I thought Hebrew was a lot more difficult than Greek.
Well,
person.
what do you call that type of language style?
The Hebrew?
Yeah. Cunic or what is it called?
Oh, yes.
I have so much random knowledge in my head.
Yeah, no, I do
and
too.
I can't get to it right
I
now.
I've
don't-
lost a lot of my Hebrew class out.
Yeah.
I never got into Hebrew.
But that same sort of style is it's really awkward. Everything's like squares.
yeah,
Everything's
I
squares.
can't remember what it's called.
It's
but-
all based around a
Well,
box.
and if you look at
the block
if you
system or
look
whatever,
at
yeah.
Hebrew, like a Hebrew Bible, especially for like beginners, they have all the little dots around the square stuff,
Yeah.
and those represent the vowels.
Right. Different accent,
But
different vowel. Yeah.
If you got a Hebrew newspaper or something, or a Hebrew Bible, legit, like they don't have the dots in there. You just kind of apparently know what the vowel is supposed to be.
You're just supposed to know.
Yes.
You just assume it.
Yeah.
Just be like,
Yeah.
"I
And
got this."
that's why there's a lot of mistranslations between like Hebrew to English.
Yeah. Because it's whatever you're used to.
Yeah.
It's whatever you think it is.
It's whatever you there's a lot of wishy-washy.
Well, there's a lot of root words, so it's not. I think it's if you know the roots, then
You can
it's
keep going.
easier to
Cuneiform.
That's it.
Thanks, James.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, James. See,
Yeah.
somebody knows.
So I knew somebody would. Apparently, I'm being so cancel producer Chris over on Twitter. First, he knows Paganini, and now he's showing off he can read Latin. At Dylan Lyles, this is Avant playing Goober.
Yes.
I didn't say I could play anything. I just know Paganini. That's all.
Right. And he also didn't say that he knows Latin.
I do know Latin.
Yeah, huh? You know like 5 phrases.
I can read it. I can actually read it.
ATM.
Yeah.
Six separatus.
Semper Fi. Yeah, done. We're got it nailed.
Got
We're
it.
done. What's the one on the back of the dime? E pluribus unum.
There you go.
I got that one.
Got them all.
There you go. There's my gambit.
What more do you need?
Got to catch them all right there.
Oh, the nights you say knee over on Twitter. Tell someone you love them today, because life is short.
Uh-huh.
But shout it at them in German because life is also terrifying.
Mein Liebchen!
Fräulein!
I love that guy.
I know.
I love that guy so much.
I know. So good. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. It's AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Historically great coffee. Guaranteed to make you swallow every single time you put it in your mouth.
Just did for me.
It did. My cup is now empty.
That's terrible.
It's that. I know. I have to go get more.
We got more.
It's that good. Get you
Yeah.
some. AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Go to our website, DOAEShow.com. Check out all the good stuff going on there. Follow us on all the social medias at DOAE Show. Yeah, we got a whole other hour
To go.
We're gonna see if we can actually push Kari over that line.
I think we can
make
push
her
her
head
over the edge.
explode.
Yeah.
We'll see,
Maybe.
but we'll find out here in a little bit. We'll be right back.
Okay, so I just opened up this picture. I think it's hilarious with you two.
Laughing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
not flattering.
What wasn't sent to you
Is a GIF?
I gotta find
Because-
it. Yeah, you've been gift now too.
Yeah, that
Oh,
reaction
no.
specifically.
Yeah.
And it's zoomed in, so it's like my shoulder and then your face.
Yeah. And actually in the gift, it looks like you've spilled something.
Like,
Oh gosh.
Or a spider crawled across there or something.
yeah,
Like
it
looks
looks
like
scary. Yeah, you look scared.
Yeah, it was still good
That-
though. Still good. I love it.
That's hilarious
That's awesome.
and sad.
Yeah, we went ahead and sent that to Keith over the Twitters.
Tekaru is like, dude, I was trying to translate beer for the sake of art into Latin.
Didn't happen.
He's using Google Translate this week, and it kept turning everything into despair. Latin is squirrely, or was it Google Translate?
Beer, despair.
No, it was
alcohol, despair.
It was Google Translate, actually.
Oh, really?
It's wonky.
It is wonky.
Google Translate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's not perfect.
It's not perfect, especially when it comes to Latin. It's not. It's not. But I've really wanted to. Like I self-taught myself a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Well, that's
Especially
the
my
best
younger
way.
years. But like I really want to get back to it again. Like I really would
That's
love.
the best way to do. Any
Oh,
of
I know,
this. Like,
because it works good. But like you can't learn Latin on Duolingo or Duolingo.
Yeah, no,
Are
but
you
you can
sure?
learn. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's mainly it's
counted as a
not-
dead language.
It's not spoken.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Yes.
counted as dead. So
Yeah.
and Duolingo's main thing is about like speaking it
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a
Yes.
free version of Rosetta Stone.
Yes.
ish. Yeah,
Yeah.
Which you can pay for Duolingo though, because I
you can.
use some of that. But
Yeah.
it's like every other thing pops up. Want the Duolingo Plus? Want the Plus? Want the Plus? But it's not
No.
cheap.
No.
The answer's no.
But
No, I know.
I don't know what you're paying for. That's my problem.
Yeah, just you're paying
Because you're
for
already
not getting-
technically learning it. So
you're
what
paying
else
for
is
not
there?
getting the commercial.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh well then.
Yeah, basically. And for unlimited.
Unlimited like
Lives.
everything. Yeah.
So if you mess up 5 times,
Remember, if you screw up
closes you
5
out.
times, yeah, you can't go in for like an hour.
Oh
or whatever.
darn.
yeah.
But if you pay for it, you have unlimited screw ups.
Yes.
Yay! Unlimited screw ups. Are you gonna get more coffee for yourself?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm holding on. I'm doing
Well, yeah, I get you. You do. Yeah.
You want some more?
I've got about half a cup, so I'm all right.
I don't know how you guys drink coffee this late.
We drink coffee all the time.
I know. There's that stupid quote.
You actually wrote it down. That's awesome.
I did. Because I'm such a visual person, visual learner that to see is, I can process through better.
I understand that. Definitely understand that. Yeah. Oh, we've got a good one for you. Unless you have a story. Do you have a story?
I'm trying to remember. I had a couple, I don't remember what I have seen.
Okay. Well, then I've got one that's going to make your
So-
head explode.
That's the goal tonight.
Yep. Tonight's goal. Carrie's head. Go boom. We love you.
Kari's Kari's head go boom.
You've been in Georgia too long.
Yeah, I know.
Georgia.
It was actually quite nice because there's like no mask mandate. It was nothing. Like people were, and like up here in North Carolina, it still has it. It was just freedom. Oh God, it was so good.
Anyway, we're coming back.
Okay.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, barely breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Thought I was 6 feet under.
Lederhosen und Warden so Appelstrudel.
Yeah, I don't know what that means because I don't speak German,
But yes, that's awesome.
but
Lovely.
that's fantastic.
Apple strudel. I got the apple strudel. Yes,
I got the apple strudel part.
Lederhosen. Yep. Got
I don't know
there.
what that actually means.
Pants.
Well,
basically.
Is it pants?
It
It's like-
doesn't.
it's like an
a
overalls pants
specific
sort of
No,
thing.
but I
type
know.
of pant.
Okay, I thought. I thought it was more of an outfit, but when I was seeing it done like that, like I didn't know is it a specific one? Is it like just pants or is it just pants in the overalls?
No,
Are they two
lederhosen-
separate things? I've never been up close and personal with
Lederhosen is
actual
like,
lederhosen. I've just seen-
Lederhosen is specifically the shorts with the overalls
Yes.
attached. It's like the one. It's a onesie shorts thing.
Yes.
I had to wear it for in high school for Sound of Music.
I was gonna say, were you in Sound of Music?
I
Who
was.
were you?
I was a mean evil guy.
You, Rolf.
No, I was a mean evil. I was actually one of like the mean politician guys.
Ah.
Yeah. It was very fun because I got to be very, very loud and very, very mean. Incredibly mean. And when I say incredibly mean, like, oof, that's not a good guy mean,
Wow.
which is completely opposite of what I was back then. So
I grew into it.
I like it. I like I like making people angry. You know, it's
You've become it's become a
become a thing.
a thing, almost a hobby, one might say.
I really like scaring people.
I
You know, that's one of the... Sorry, a little bit of the New Age Joker coming out of there.
I've never seen it, so I have no idea.
That movie. You're talking about the one with
Jared
Cal-
Leto. No,
No,
not the
no,
Jared
never
Leto. No, I'm talking about Dark Knight series.
Oh,
okay, no, never mind.
that's with Heath Ledger,
Yeah, I'm talking about the Heath Ledgers.
the best
Okay.
one,
Yeah, the Heath
the
Ledgers.
good one, the
good-
only good one.
The better
Did
one.
you see with Joaquin Phoenix?
No.
Did you see the Joker?
No.
I refuse.
I didn't see the dance opera that was the Joker.
Yeah, I refuse.
That's not happening.
It was so good.
I mean, it's-
Serious.
Not happening.
It was
Not-
so
not- not hap-
disturbing,
it's-
and it
it's
was
not
so
happening.
good because it was so incredibly disturbing.
I can't because the whole point of the Joker is with the Batman series is you don't truly know his backstory.
And the fact that, like,
And I understand that
No.
there's and I haven't seen the movie, but what I understand, it doesn't show everything. But just to have that much of a concrete, a canonized type thing is too far.
what I know about it, the fact that he lives with his mom.
That's what I'm saying. There's too much that they canonized.
Nope.
No, it was
Nope.
that was the
Okay,
point.
so you don't see it on a principle of
It's not the
like,
Joker.
DC Comics.
It's not the Joker. It's
Okay.
not even in the realm of
Okay.
Joker.
Yeah, it's like
So,
it's like when they
If I watched it and I said this is a psychological, not a thriller, but a psychological, I don't know what you would call that.
I don't
'cause
either.
It's not a thriller.
It's not a thriller, but
It's not a thriller, but it is a psychological movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I
You watch the breakdown of a
this
man.
person,
Yeah.
If you watch it from that angle, I'm sure it's a fantastic
and
movie.
a
Okay, and
guy
that's
that
how I
decides to
watch
put
it.
face
Okay.
paint on. You know that okay.
Yeah.
I get you there. I can go that far, but you named it the Joker.
Yeah, that's where I lose it too. It's like when they had it on Gotham. They had there was a stretch where supposedly there was a character that they alluded to being the Joker, and this is obviously
Oh no.
very young on.
I'm sorry, but he did a pretty good job.
No, I didn't say it's not about doing the good job.
He did a pretty good job,
The
but they
thing
didn't.
with
They
the-
tried to canonize the youth.
Yeah, the
youth
only thing
Joker.
the youths. The only thing
youths.
canon you can do with Joker, in my humble opinion, is adult Batman forward. You can't come back. You can't do a backstory. They know it's the mystery of it. Well,
Where
it
he
could
actually
be
came from.
Yeah, how did he get to where he's at? All of that stuff is, to me, is what the intrigue of Joker was. He was one of my favorites villains going way back.
James over there on the YouTubes, real quick. The Kari Doomsday Clock is currently at 11:58.
It's about to be 11:59 here in a
We're gonna
moment.
click it.
Oh gosh.
Uh-huh.
Well, let me just say
Speaking
that the
of
Joker,
Doomsday
if you ever decide to watch that, just with the idea of, I mean, as
From
much
the
as you
angle
can
of-
outside
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Batman, but the directing choices, with the lighting and the angles, and Joaquin Phoenix, he's a goofball, but just a ridiculous actor. So it was very good. And I say it was very good because it was so incredibly disturbing.
Yeah. And like I said, I could see it. I probably could sit down and watch it again from the angle. That's like, so I actually was rather entertained by the movie remake of the Dukes of Hazzard with Sean William Scott and Johnny Knoxville. Everybody hated it. Oh,
didn't
Jessica
check.
Simpson sucked and blah, blah, blah. And if you watch the movie from a purist standpoint, it sucked. It was horrible. However, if you watch it from a purely entertainment standpoint, I love it. It's a great movie.
But it's
funny.
it's a terrible movie.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that are terrible,
And popular people.
at a time. So, Kari, are you a big fan of like the UK scene,
Namely the pop scene.
the pop scene?
Because we know you
From the pop scene from the early 90s.
yeah.
Wait, like UK?
Yeah,
Like,
the
Yes.
UK, like the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Like-
Britain.
like-
yeah, that's what I'm
Britain,
saying. Like,
England.
you mean like Spice Girls?
I mean, yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah. In that realm. Yeah. Close.
Big fan of it?
Like, okay, but you know about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you heard of the Atomic Kitten?
The Atomic Kitten?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
mhm.
you know everybody
From a
knows
band.
the Atomic Kitten.
Yeah, they used
never-
early 90s, early late 90s.
I've never heard of the Atomic Kitten.
UK pop scene. I mean, no,
No.
Shame.
oh, it's terrible.
I'd hum a few bars, but I don't want to get hit
No,
for
no. Yeah, we don't want to get banned from the YouTubes, or muted. So that'd be
I feel like
terrible.
I'm being set up.
Well, there's a pop star from the Atomic Kitten. Okay, she's in her 40s now, and her name is Kari Katona. Kari
Okay.
Katona. Okay. She now operates a fans only page or an OnlyFans page.
good for her.
That's how she lives. OnlyFans. Her.
Okay.
Her. Yeah, definitely her. And just for Dylan's reference here, you just need to get just a.
Okay.
She's had a lot of work done.
Clearly. And way too much eye makeup.
Way
or
too
at least
much,
the mascara.
Way too much of everything.
The mascara is a little bit
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Even
she's at 40. She's already done too much.
Yeah.
Okay, so her name is Kari. How do you spell Kari?
Kerry.
Okay.
Katana.
Okay, Donner.
Kari Katana. Yeah. So she has an OnlyFans page. Do you know what the OnlyFans is? Have you heard of the
Well, I'm
OnlyFans?
seeing some headline right here.
Have you heard of the OnlyFans? Stop looking ahead.
Okay, stop. I'm done. What? No.
She just wanted to see a picture and it just
No,
popped up.
yeah. Have you? Okay. OnlyFans is where you have to subscribe to see these people. It's you set up an account. OnlyFans, like it used to be.
It was
for
originally created
sports, right?
For bodybuilders, for chefs and things like that, for them to be able to kind of on a one-on-one level
Yeah.
market
Yes.
their
Market their
Yeah.
brand.
their skills, their
Their
abilities. They'll
stuff.
teach you how to cook or
Gotcha.
they'll help you with, working out or diets or whatever on a
Right.
personal level.
It's turned into a porn site.
It's a porn site now.
It's now
pay for porn.
PVP.
Yeah, PvP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pay-per-view, basically. Yeah.
Basically.
So the 40-year-old mother of 5. Oh. Sorry.
I don't think my head's going to explode. I think Stevens is going to explode before he even gets
No,
to the story.
No, he's trying to
I'm
build
making
an air
sure.
of-
I'm making sure that picture stays out of my head. Told Closer magazine on Sunday that her children don't mind her showing off her body online for money. Her 13-year-old daughter Heidi even takes some pictures for her.
That's the headline I read. Mm-hmm. That her 13-year-old takes racy pictures of her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My 13-year-old daughter would be mortified.
I would hope that any sane child would be mortified. And I mentioned this to Steven when he so wonderfully showed me the headlines before we started.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so she was a arguably a successful pop star. Well, I mean, at least in the UK.
B-list?
In the UK?
Okay.
Okay. I don't know what her level was in the UK, but she was obviously some notoriety.
In there. Like, she
Okay.
made money.
Enough to obviously get surgeries done to keep the face tight.
Yep.
And whatever else. Yeah. And now she's obviously making money through OnlyFans. You mean to tell me she can't afford a tripod? Maybe a camera with a timer on it? I mean, my phone has a timer on it.
I mean, I've got enough equipment here, and it didn't cost me that much.
Yeah, all you need is a tripod, your cell phone, you have the camera aimed. I understand that the front-facing camera is not as good as the back-facing camera, but you could do a whole lot with Photoshop.
Are you telling me that she doesn't have the ring light stand?
You know how cheap those things are? Like $10 on Amazon.
Nothing.
You can't afford that?
Do you know what the ring light stand is?
I've seen stands. Is it the little tripod thing that you put your camera on?
You put your
and
phone
And
or
then it
your
has
camera
or
in.
phone, and then it
It has a
phone.
circle around the outside
okay.
that's a light. Yeah.
Yeah, so that way
Yeah,
you
I have that.
you get the even light on you and it doesn't affect the camera. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have.
I have one at home.
Yes, you do.
I do.
Yeah. He never brings it, but
I don't use it. I probably should.
yeah, you probably should.
Thinking, I should order one of those for my weekly devotions that I do.
It would help. It would probably do, a lot.
Yeah.
You never know. Add at least some. But anyway,
Yeah.
they're like 10, like I said, they're $10 on Amazon.
Yeah.
You're an ex-pop star and you obviously have some following on OnlyFans. You don't have the money for that?
Yeah, apparently she definitely doesn't. Moms have the right
Oh,
to
you gotta
show
do
off.
the accent.
Oh, you want to do the accent? Because I'm not gonna.
Mums have as much right
Mums
to
have an accent.
Mums have as much right to show off their bodies as anyone else. I can do what I like with my body as it belongs to me. My children know I do it, and Heidi even takes some pictures of me for the site. That was more Australian. I apologize.
Yeah. You kind of.
I drifted there. Yeah.
A little bit. Despite admitting that she does worry her children may get some grief for her decision to showcase explicit images of herself online, she justifies the move by arguing that they would face the same pressure no matter what she decided to do with her life.
They would face the same pressure that they will of her taking explicit pictures,
Yeah.
no matter what she did. So,
I
oh
would
my
argue-
gosh, Mom, people teased me so much because you went grocery shopping today.
Yeah.
I mean, really?
Mom, they found out that you were what is it? Daggone, I had a good one.
I don't know. I don't know where you were at there.
It was a
bet it was
call
good.
center operator.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Mom, they found out you were a call center operator. Do you realize how many kids are picking on me?
That's so terrible. They're calling you a call girl.
Mom, I see what you did there.
Thank you.
That's
Well,
Mom, we found out you were a
would get similar ridicule.
Yes.
come in and slam the door stomping. What's wrong, baby? They found out you were a mechanic. How dare you work in IT?
You took a picture of yourself fixing the car.
They heard you were a distiller.
You were in Better Homes and Gardens. What the hell? You embarrassed me, Mom. You embarrassed me.
They called you Betty Crocker.
At least it wasn't Aunt Jemima.
It's true.
I'm just saying.
They are not going to get the same grief.
No.
Oh, that's a crock, and we all know that. This is
Now, I mean, are they going to get grief just for whatever because kids are kids and they do that to each other?
Sure.
Possibly.
Yeah.
But why feed the fire?
Because
Why give them something to humiliate your kids with?
You know, that's kind of like I'm robbing this bank because I need the money to pay and feed my family. I'm already getting ready to possibly go to jail, so I might as well just shoot everyone in here and just, you know, because why not? It's literally at that kind of a level.
Yeah.
As dumb as that is, one does not have to do with the other. And wow. Again, if you wanted, well, and the only reason why the other kids would find out what she does with those pictures is because they are getting onto that said website. Onto OnlyFans, and they're seeing it for themselves. It's being circulated.
She's pushing it out like she is now.
It's one of those, I would rather you see and find out that I'm doing this directly than you just show up in front of me and going, Mother, what is this?
Continuing on, she says, my kids are fine with it. They are loving the money.
Right. I'm sure they are.
They're resilient and open-minded, and I've taught them that other people's opinions don't matter. She has 5 kids.
How old are they?
Hold on.
19, 18, 13, 12, and 6.
Okay. I have.
You have a...
There's something I know. So she says they're resilient and open-minded, and I've taught them, this is the part, I've taught them that other people's opinions don't matter. Yeah. However, she goes back up from the beginning and says how the kids are going to be giving grief for what she does. Yeah. Well, if what their opinions are that don't matter, then why are you worried about the grief they're going to get? Or you're going to get?
Oh,
right.
Oh, that's the one that I should have talked about. I think we did. Didn't we talk about this?
Yeah,
one?
we did.
We did talk about this one with you, right? Okay, good.
Yeah, we did that one with her, too.
Okay.
About the Christian one who makes $200,000 a month.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah. That was also
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans. That was also OnlyFans.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I mean, your 13-year-old kid, really?
Really?
Like,
why didn't you get your 19-year-old?
Well, they're probably beyond. They're probably at that mom gross part, and the 13-year-old's like, "What am I going to say? No."
Yes.
My 13-year-old would say no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
well, first off,
obviously,
Kari.
No,
Pastor.
Yeah, that would be weird. She'd think it was a joke. No, I just. But what are you? What is this lady teaching this 13-year-old kid? Clearly, like what kind of underlying things? Clearly, that your body, your dignity, your self-worth is only based off of how many people will pay for it. Like that's really what it is. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's like, and at 13, man, that kid's screwed.
Yeah.
That kid's screwed.
Speaking of, Swedmus Prime over on the Twitter. So what? At Stephen Area saying is she doesn't know what the cause is yet of having so many kids.
Well, she does have several ex-husbands too.
Yeah, that's true.
So she's not married right now.
It doesn't say.
No.
It probably
No,
would.
she's not.
She had 3 husbands.
Yeah, so she's had 3 husbands and a bunch of kids through all of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So does Prime over on Twitter. A DOAE show.
Her last one died.
A DOAE show, OnlyFans. But it's just the guys eating random foods while at Stephen Airy triggers at Dylan Lyles.
That'd be awesome. Can we do that?
That would be really funny.
We could.
Can we do that?
We could.
That'd be all right.
I mean,
We'd have to add that'd have to be additional content.
I'm down. Anything for a boost, my friend. Anything for a boost. Cancel producer Chris. Also, I love it when at Stephen Airy accidentally triggers himself while trying to trigger his co-hosts.
Like I said, I'm trying to make sure the image doesn't.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
That's how we work here.
Oblivion flickering over on Twitter as well. So it is acceptable for a 13-year-old daughter to take pornographic pictures of her mother. Next year, the mother will be photographing and selling her daughter with the protection of the sex workers union. And she's got a point.
Yep.
Oh,
she's got a point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
yeah.
What are you gonna say?
Yeah, with James over there on the YouTubes, where's CPS?
Yeah.
Mom having a minor take illicit photos of her?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually illegal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, UK is a little bit different, but I mean,
Well, I was gonna say, and honestly,
it can't
a
be
lot
that
of,
different.
Well, never mind.
I don't know. E from the SAV on Twitter. Note to self: never tell a woman to try to quote, never try quote better light for a video because it would help. Maybe something more politically correct. That was going back to my reference to
earlier with the ring light. Also, the Knights Who Say Knee, fixing the car is not a euphemism that I'm familiar with. But I'm sure he's heard the banana up the tailpipes.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're adjusting the tailpipe.
Working on the chassis.
Mm-hmm. Got to lube it up. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of euphemisms there.
Grease that axle.
Oh,
sorry, Kari. Sorry.
I'm just saying, like
anything can be anything at this point in time.
At this point, yes. No, it's really traumatic though. This kid is doomed. Her life is.
It's not just that kid though, because she's got two, and I don't know how many are girls and how many are boys. I mean, that poor girl. Yes, you're absolutely right. I mean, she could easily just enter into that same industry, that same porn industry, and I mean that will ruin her life. This is affecting her life. This is affecting her psyche. As one of my friends always tells her kids, like, I don't want you to watch this because it hurts your heart. Like,
right.
Yeah.
She is hurting her child's heart.
Yeah.
But then you think of the younger ones.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're boys or girls, but
mostly girls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mostly girls. I think the youngest was a boy, if I remember looking back at it.
He's going to have a really warped and screwed up perspective on women and what is acceptable, what is not. I mean, even in treatment of women.
Mom's got to make that money.
Or expectations.
Mom can go out and get a real daggone job.
No. She's a 40-year-old washed up singer.
And again, like
there's no real job for her.
What you want to do is with your life and your body. That's ultimately that's your decision. You know you're going to have to answer for it one way or another. Mm-hmm. But the fact that you're going to drag your kids into it,
you can at least hide it from your kids.
Yeah, like that's just and then you drag them into it. And then
your kids find out when like. She could at least hide it from her kids until, the son finds out at like 17 when one of his friends are like, hey, I saw your mom.
Dude, I found your mom. And you're like,
oh no, I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
It could be like the South Park episode where they found Cartman's mom in the German Scheisse
Yes,
video.
yeah.
Oh my God.
That was funny.
That was bad. It was a long time ago.
That was a long time
ago. As you can tell, I was in middle school, but as you could tell, it's stuck.
Yeah, because that's a trauma you can never walk back from.
No, it's really not.
You can't walk back from that.
No.
That is something that cannot be unseen.
Right. Well, they didn't show anything. They just
in
I
remember
the show. Yeah.
It was
the sounds.
Yeah.
It was the sounds.
It was still funny.
It messes with you. This is why kids shouldn't be allowed to watch adult cartoons.
Right.
I'm just saying. I mean, really.
The Knights Who Say Knee on Twitter at DOA Show. When you think of this OnlyFans story, do you get the same feeling in your stomach that the durian fruit have on you?
No.
Because
the durian was worse.
Yeah, that was bad.
It was worse.
I still have PTSD.
He will not. So at this moment, he will not eat anything offered in this house. He will have coffee because he knows coffee is safe.
What is a durian fruit?
Oh, we'll have to go through it all through the break. We'll explain to you, show it to you. It's
Kari.
What I personally believe.
Oh,
okay.
Kari.
Okay. Let me just pitch this. This is what I believe.
Okay.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And he looked at his creation when he was all done after 7 days, and he said, this is good.
This is good.
Man ate from the tree of knowledge against, completely against God's command.
Right.
Sin entered the world, and therefore there was briars and thorns and things like that came up. Along with all of that, popped up the durian fruit.
Which, by the way, is a very thorny...
Well, we'll go into it in a minute. My point is, I believe that the durian fruit was produced and created as a direct result of man's sin.
Yeah.
Period.
I think so.
And in every shape of it,
Yep.
all it encompasses
Everything about it
is sin. Satan had a hand in creating this. I'm telling you now, it's
terrible.
Did you?
Okay, I know what this is. I didn't know you could eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an edible fruit. So, like, okay.
You
All
see
right.
how thick and
It's
ugly the
huge,
skin
right?
is.
It can be
right?
like huge. It's spiky,
Yeah.
and it has these like sections inside of it,
Yes.
and those sections inside of it are slimy. They look like yellow liver, and they're slimy, gooey like globs. If you bite into the fruit is like it's just like biting into like a hot ice cream. Or something like the
But
texture.
the texture is of that, but then like the flavor itself, like I think
So the smell.
well, no, we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay, yeah.
The flavor, I think we
Can
kind of
change.
agreed. It
No.
does change a little bit, but
No, no.
I think we agreed it was kind of like a garlicky
No. So
onion.
So hold on. Before we get there, so the taste can range. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
yeah.
the taste can range from like a caramel to
Yeah.
to almost like a chocolate milky thing. They can also do one of the flavors is numb,
allegedly.
where
Yeah,
it just
numb.
like it numbs
Makes
your
your
entire
mouth.
mouth, numb, and so it does this whole thing. Well, the smell,
The smell.
the
You look at it, just by looking at it, you're like, oh, this is something you want to put in your mouth.
Sure, no.
As you get through the spikes and all that crap in
Right.
the thick shell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you get to the smell. The smell is what I truly believe hell smells like.
It smells like rotting flesh.
It does. It is a smell unlike anything. And when you eat it, regardless of the flavor, and oddly enough,
So we had the crackers. So
Yeah.
you know, like sandwich crackers.
yeah.
Yeah. So they made durian fruit sandwich crackers. We found them at the Asian food store.
Yeah.
So we got these
he
Asian.
made me eat.
This is Defenders Live.
You know what? Instead of describing this to her, I
Yeah.
think we need to find like the
I'm not. No,
first 30
I'm
minutes
not-
of the show.
No, the first 30 minutes of that show.
Of that show.
I'm
gonna send
Durian
I'm gonna,
Surprise was what it was called.
Yeah, I'm gonna text Kari the link to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just,
Okay.
just the
Good,
first 30
good,
minutes.
good.
It's and all of it's there.
You just really need to watch it.
I'm I'm reading about this fruit.
No. Just don't read anymore.
Because it's
Okay.
gonna.
What you need to do, just
It's very healthy for you.
yes, apparently it is. But
Yeah,
so
when you're ingesting death, of course it's good.
the biggest thing is if you like it, you love it.
Okay.
and if you don't like
And
it,
if you don't like it, you will never get close to it again.
I have nightmares of this stuff.
He's scared of it.
It's
Like-
like and when you're done eating it, it lingers, and it's not just
so
like
Dylan has a little bit of like the bubbly stomachs
Yeah.
sort of thing. Anyway,
yeah. I can burp really good.
yeah, he has the natural bubbly stomachs. And so the entire episode, that episode was him just giving like little like
Yeah.
and the not the taste, the smell comes
is
back.
what you're burping up. It's not the taste of it; it's the
Nope.
smell of it.
Yeah.
So you're tasting
the smell. Again and again
I'm
and
telling
again,
you.
and it doesn't go away.
And I
so
did.
the Vegemite was better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He would eat like a pile of Vegemite over this.
In the middle of doing it, and you'll see what it. 'Cause
He's gonna send it to you now.
I'm texting
Okay,
it to
good.
you now. But yeah, we even mentioned it. What we should have done was somehow or another had you get some so we could all torture each other and go through this hell together. But
No, I
No.
decided that was a bad idea.
I hope that worked. I
Yeah,
copied
you-
the link.
Yes, I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, it'll
It
send
didn't pop up the thing on here.
Yeah,
so-
it's okay. That's
but yeah,
because
it's a
she
group-
doesn't have an
That's-
iPhone.
That's right.
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 Weirdo.
Yeah.
Jackaroo over on the Twitter. Durian fruit also falls out of trees and kills people.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to rope off certain trees at certain times of the year. So there's nothing good about them at all.
Right.
And there isn't. I truly believe that when sin entered the world, Satan's like, I've got a great idea.
This thing.
And here you go.
The worst
Wow.
ever.
It looks gross.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste any better.
Well,
and
it
the
doesn't
smell is even worse.
Smells so much worse.
Yeah.
So you guys had crackers of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was like a
It was a paste
like a
for-
Lance
it was a-
cracker type.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
like the little cheese crackers
Yes.
and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I truly believe that helped a little bit,
yeah, because you had
Yeah.
cracker
a little
to
bit,
eat.
but not a lot.
And
it was
it was almost sweet.
I'll put it like
sweet.
this: we did a shot of vodka afterwards just to try and cleanse the palate.
Nope.
Nothing.
Didn't
Didn't help it at
happen.
all.
No way.
I had
Didn't help.
the smell burps, as I like to call it,
Yes.
carried on for 2 days.
Yeah. Oh, the nights.
Gosh.
No matter
Okay.
what I ate, no, it wasn't until like the next day
Here's the thing.
I was like, oh,
The Knights Who Say Knee over there. I think it's time to share with Kari, and he sent out a link from Amazon.
Durian candy?
Durian candy. Now I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop you there.
yeah,
I have some.
yeah, we did have some.
I have some.
I'm going to use it to
Did you
punish
give it
my
to the kids?
No, I'm going to use it as punishment.
We have some. Okay.
We
you
were-
can smell it
When
through the package.
No way.
Yes.
It's bad.
Okay,
It's-
so you know how like hard candies, and these are hard candies.
Yeah.
You know how some hard candies you get like you open up a bag
Like a mint.
you open up the big bag of Werther's Original and you can smell the Werther's.
Yes. Yeah.
Or like you open
Like
up
the
a mint
mints or whatever,
and you
yeah.
can
Or a
smell
cinnamon.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. This was like it had the coffee flavor, it had another flavor, like a coffee, a fruit, and then durian. All you could smell was durian.
Yeah.
And there wasn't that many in the bag. Like there was like 7 or 8 in the entire bag. It was
Oh
one of those
my
mixed bags,
gosh.
like mostly coffee candy. It's all durian smell.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it's
If you want to hurt somebody, that's what you give them. If you want to make them afraid of ever having anything in your house ever again, that's what you give them.
and I'm telling you, I truly, in my deepest, darkest part of my heart, believe that Satan went, I've got something for y'all, and made it. And I truly do. The only something that ugly, that difficult to get into, that deadly, that smell, all of it could only come from hell.
Like you need a hatchet or a machete to get into this thing.
Yeah.
It's worse than a coconut.
Yeah, you can get to a coconut much easier.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a spiky turnip that has goo stuff in
On the
it.
inside. It has like pockets of goo nasty.
Yeah, and like
It's like
and like I
it's
said-
it's like warm yogurt.
and again, and
But it's formed, so you can. It's like a casing around the outside, but warm yogurt on the inside. It's
and the smell again
once
is what
again, yeah,
is
the smell
worst.
And
of
apparently,
it.
some people like they'll just sit there and they'll crack one open. They can only like you don't do it inside.
No,
Like I'm talking about even the little cracker packs that we did.
Yeah.
Okay, so and no, never mind.
I'll
We're-
watch it.
Watch it. We
Yeah.
go over literally everything I was about to
Everything.
say was all in there.
yeah,
It's all there. Watch it. Speaking of Satan's spawn, David Hogg, you know, he decided that he was going to make a pillow company.
Yes.
yeah. Well, yeah.
He lost the pillow fight.
Oh no!
Yep.
Lost the pillow.
He got knocked off the bed.
Yeah, he got knocked off the bed. His dreams of starting his own pillow company have been put to sleep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was reading it. That was a direct quote.
I know. That's I
Freaking
know.
page.
I know.
So when did it officially end? Because I knew a few weeks ago it was like
It's today.
yeah. This.
He announced it
Wow.
on Saturday, actually, that he's quitting the pillow industry despite never actually selling a single one.
he is the embodiment of like spoiled brat.
Yeah, he thinks everything should just magically should happen. Especially the notoriety that he got from everything that happened down in Florida, only to turn around and He just assumed everything was going to be. Remember, because didn't he get a degree, or was it a degree, or just into?
He was given like a scholarship or something.
It was a scholarship, maybe that's what it was. But yeah, he was basically giving free college at Harvard or Yale
because of this.
And
Yeah.
now he's like, oh well, if they're just going to give me all this stuff because of all this, and I'm so famous, then I should just be able to sell pillows like
his
hotcakes.
his reasoning, and I quote, I soon realized that given my activism, schoolwork, and family commitments, I couldn't give 100% to being a full-time co-founder at Good Pillow.
Right. Or you just suck at it.
Yeah.
So he is in school then.
Yes.
Why is his spelling and grammar so poor?
Because he doesn't care.
He was supposed to learn? He's not learning anything.
He's
goes
going
in-
there to get an honorary degree at this point.
That's what he's getting.
He's
Yeah.
going to college for free. He's going to get out and have a degree in something, and then they're going to put him on the spot.
Oh no.
He's going to be on the stump eventually.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What?
All right, hold on a second. I'm going to backpedal real
What?
fast to Spider-Man's Prime at DOA show. I now realize I accidentally bought durian fruit candy from the Asian market last time I went. I opened the bag and it smelled like a refrigerator truck had died with all of the stuff in it on the yard in July.
Oh my gosh.
That's a good. Yeah, that's the best one. I'm telling you.
He said it was bad. I get that episode now.
Yeah, he can relate. It's,
Now relate. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Oblivion
sorry,
fli-
but I feel you. Feel your pain, buddy.
Oblivion flickering off so real fast while I'm on touching it. We'll go back to the story. What if durian fruit turns out to be the cure for COVID and baldness? Well, then I guess I'm gonna. I don't have to worry about baldness.
I don't have to worry
but
about
No.
baldness.
I would.
And I don't care about COVID.
I'd die bald, I guess.
I guess.
Because there's no way.
Never happened.
I don't care if it was literally the miracle food to cure every
Everything.
ailment. If it was literally
synthesize that stuff and get rid of the smell.
You can't. It's just like, you take the scent bladder out of a ferret and it still stink. Mm-hmm. It's just the way it is.
It's true. It's just
Anyway.
the way that it lives.
Wow.
So, it's bad. But yeah, so David Hogg is no more. God bless him.
Yeah. He says
He
after
couldn't
many
sell a pillow.
That's right. He says after many discussions with William and my friends, William is the other co-founder, and my friends, family, and mentors, I made the good faith decision to allow William to bring our vision to life without me. That vision remains an ethical company that produces products that people need while creating good union pay jobs and supporting social causes at the same time. I want to thank Will for his partnership and wish him absolutely nothing but success with the future of Good Pillow. The reason for my departure rests entirely with me and my personal commitments, and I truly wish Will nothing but the best.
There's just certain people that when I hear speak or I hear quotes from,
Yeah.
that I wish that while they were talking, they would bite their cheek.
At least.
You know what I mean? You don't ever
Just
do that when
something
you're
annoying.
Yeah, you
Stub your
and
toe.
Nothing bad. No, and that's what I'm saying. Like literally, like bite your cheek, bite the front lip. Like I have a bad habit. Like I had chew gum. I'll bite this left corner of my lip
Yeah.
right here on the inside every single time. I don't wish harm, but
Yeah.
bite your tongue. You just have an accent where you're being all, well, I'm this great thing and holier than thou, and my poop don't stink, and that's just to have that moment of reality set back in. That look, dude, you put your pants on the same way I do. You get up in the morning,
You
you see the
just bit
same
your
stuff.
tongue.
Yeah, you're nobody, Chief. You whatever.
But okay, so this may be this is probably not our first tangent.
No.
This is our first
like-
claimed tangent.
Yes,
First claimed.
first identified.
So-
Yeah.
But
Self-identified
I
tangent.
think that kind of goes into a little bit about what I was talking with Beth this afternoon about. So we had gone to a luncheon there was a speaker and it was good, but I walked away kind of going, it's like an echo chamber.
Yeah.
Because everyone in that room, there were maybe 50 people in that room. Everyone kind of knew or agreed with what she was saying. And part of her thing was we need to educate. I think we're at that point where we need to step away from politicizing everything.
Yep.
And start actually having those educational conversations with people. And the other thing is that we're at this weird time where, and this is why it popped into my head again, because David Hogg had a tragic situation happen to him, to his school.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for cleaning that up, because I need to remind you, he wasn't there that day.
He wasn't there.
Okay. So his school had major tragedy. I mean, like,
Yes.
that's still
That's still
yeah.
a thing, yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that, yeah.
So I don't understand how he now is in the limelight, preaching and teaching on things that he just doesn't have any education on or any know-how on. And we feel like and I say we, I don't know, but we all are called to serve and to love our neighbors, and we're called to do that in our immediate, existence where we are. And it's like we don't want to do that in the immediate, but in order to make a real impact, we have to be as big as possible. Or to try to does that make sense? I mean, it's getting late here, so I don't know.
Basically, yeah, if we're going to do, if you don't do, if you're not moving literally the world, there's no point in doing it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the funny part about it is I used to have that same mentality when I was young like him.
Did you really?
I did. And it was, I mean,
because I think a lot of his mentality comes from the fact that he hasn't had to do anything for any of the publicity and any of the popularity that he got.
I get all that.
So
I get all that.
He is literally riding high on white privilege.
No, I completely agree.
And on the death of his classmates.
Yeah. On the death of people and on white male privilege.
Yeah.
He's riding high on that without having to do any work.
Oblivion flickering on Twitter. David Hogg is implying that Mike Lindell makes products that people don't need.
Yes.
So Hogg wanted to make the same product.
Right.
Yes. And that's the weird thing. It comes completely out of well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to show you I can do it better.
No, you can't.
But there is hard work that goes into building a business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't. It's. And
You can't sell 1 million pillows just because you have a name that people know.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
depending on.
You can't create a business and build a good pillow just on your name.
I'm gonna say like Jay-Z could sell a pillow and sell millions of them. Or The Rock.
Jay-Z is smart. He's a hard worker, and he would
And a businessman.
Well, yeah, and I was gonna say.
And a businessman.
He would get people who know how to make pillows to make them, and he would say,
He would then
"Hey,
put his
my name's
tag on
this
it.
pillow."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would even argue that Jay-Z's relevant.
Yeah, he's actually relevant.
David Hogg is not.
I would say even The Rock, if he sold a pillow with his
Are you
name.
kidding me? The Rock could literally sell a rock as a pillow.
That's what
and
I'm
it would be
saying.
like, yeah, no, here's my pillow, and it's a
rock.
cinder block.
It's literally just like it's a rounded boulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's my rock. Sleep on it, and he could sell millions of them, and it would be fine. Again, but he has relevance.
Yeah.
The only time David Hogg pops in anything, honestly, I think most normal people have no idea who the hell David Hogg is anymore.
Yeah, if you didn't care about politics, you didn't know. You don't
Even
know
if
this
you
guy.
did, most people probably forgot about him. He doesn't.
How can you forget about the guy?
Well, okay. You want to know how?
His last name is Hogg.
Okay. What was that bald-headed girl that was just as big that used to run around with him in the beginning?
The one with I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know. Why? Because nobody cares.
Right.
The only reason why David Hogg is even remotely mentioned is because it's the only name that anybody remembers. Again, throwing in a little bit of white privilege.
And the fact that he tries to keep himself in the public eye.
He tries to keep himself in the public eye. That's it.
I think that's part of his admissions. He has to stay in the public eye for him to stay at Harvard. Like, if you want to keep with this, you have to stay in the public eye. So I don't care what you do, just stay in the public eye.
Every now and again, poke your head, like a little gopher, groundhog or something. You poke your head up, you check everything, and then you kind of like, I'm here, and drop back down again.
Yeah. Hey, I'm still in college. Okay.
No one cares.
Making pillows now. Oh, no,
I'm not. I'm going to let that guy over there make the pillows. Thank you.
That's what you get. It's a background.
Exactly.
It's so stupid. Again, it's just trying to maintain. Oh, what does he need? Who cares if he's going to school? Who cares if he's just do you, dude? Like, I wish people would get to that point. And like I said, I had that mentality of if I'm not literally physically being Hercules or Atlas and moving the world, I'm not doing anything.
Right.
And it took a long time to get to that spot where it's like, if I could do this little bit, then someone can see that and maybe, well, the key is doing, and the same thing goes with anything in your life, and especially if you're a Christian, you don't worry about other people. You do what you believe and you feel you're to do, and don't worry about anything else. Because if you do as you're supposed to, and especially from a Christian standpoint, you do what God tells you to do and stop worrying about what other people are doing or how they're going to react or how they're going to respond or whatever, then you're going to be blessed because you're doing what God told you to do. And that's where the joy and everything is supposed to be at.
Yeah.
I heard the coolest story today that the sixth president, John Quincy Adams, he fought hard. Like after he was president, he ran for, was it House or Senate?
Which one?
He ran John Quincy Adams.
John Quincy Adams?
I think
He was
John Q. Adams was House, I thought.
Was it?
okay. That's what I thought. I couldn't remember,
Yeah,
but
House
so he ran for House, and in House he was anti-slavery.
Yeah.
So he kept trying to fight against it, kept trying to end slavery
All the time.
And people, like, he was that squeaky wheel.
He didn't get a single bill passed in like the 20 years that he was there.
Right. Would not stop.
Yeah.
Then he died, and one of his aides was a pallbearer
Named Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln. I just heard that story for the first time today. And the point was that, John Quincy Adams didn't get slavery abolished.
No.
But he fought the fight. He didn't let down. And it
carried to the next gen.
It carried to the next generation, or to the 16th president then. And I think that we don't know. We don't have to be Hercules ourselves. We don't have to be Atlas ourselves. We don't, we need to be where God calls us. We need to act in the calling that we have. And the calling, I mean, this is vocation, right? And that changes all the time. I mean, if you've got young kids, then part of your vocation is to be their dad, their mom, be their parent. That is part of your vocation. It will shift. It doesn't mean you're always parent to small kids, because you're not.
Yeah.
But you're not less than.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Well, it goes
if
back.
You're not Hercules.
What was it, like? I saw it the other day on a cup, and I realized it's one of those things that's big in the South. It bloom where you're planted. You know what I mean? You wherever you are, whatever you're supposed to do, wherever you're at, do that.
Do it there.
You're not going to be able to grow. Like, assume that, you're trying to reach the entire world. Well, if you can't get your own junk together, if you can't get your little circle that you're a part of done properly, how are you going to handle anything bigger? God's not going to give you responsibility if you can't handle the little bit you're given now.
Right.
I believe he did a story about that once.
I believe so. The talents?
Yeah. Just saying.
That's where I think that we as a whole are really misled with this whole social media, 15 minutes of fame, go viral. Like, I'm not worth anything if I don't go viral.
If they're not liking my stuff.
Yeah. And we don't put our attention and hard work and focus on blooming where we're planted, right? And so we feel like we need to conquer the whole world if we will have value in this world, but
it's
nothing.
It's the idea that just like you were saying before, you don't need to be a Herculean feat. You don't have to have Herculean feet. You don't have to have this great grandiose thing,
right?
But you have to be a torchbearer.
Yeah,
right.
You have to be a person that passes along the information. You have to be willing to think longer than yourself. Think beyond you,
Yes.
which is something that nobody cares to do anymore.
No. Everybody like you said, they want that 15 minutes of fame and they want to be something and they want to make an impact. Well, like, I can't believe I feel like I'm getting old now. But look at look at like an ant colony. Right. Watch ants. They don't, a single ant doesn't worry about the ant behind him. Doesn't worry about the ant in front of him or next to him. They have the job. They have the task. Their job is to carry that one speck of dirt out of there. That's it.
Right.
That's what they do. And they do what they are supposed to do.
They're also a hive mind,
I got that.
so it's a little bit.
It's a little different. I got that. But the point's still the same. It's still about this is the job and this is where I'm at. Whether I'm carrying this little piece of dirt out of the newly formed tunnels, or whether it's a certain one that cares for the young, or whether it's one that brings food in. It doesn't matter. That's the position that you have, and you do it, and you do it the best that you can.
Right.
Now, obviously, the hive mind, you're never going to grow in there, and I get all that, but point still stands.
Yeah.
If stay in your lane.
Well,
handle
and
your
new
business.
lanes will open.
Exactly.
Don't try to jump into a lane when you have one that you're already placed in.
Yeah, if you
We have so many different metaphors for this.
I was gonna say-
I'm just gonna say, technically,
analogies.
some people have to stay in the slow lane. That's about it.
yeah.
Stop.
Yes.
Well, you can't.
Stop swerving through traffic.
Yeah,
you're only causing accidents.
Yeah, you're causing
Right.
accidents. You're not going to get anywhere if you're wreck.
You like that? You like
I
that?
do.
I was thinking
That's
that too,
good,
because
yeah.
you're going to veer
Yeah,
off
yeah,
and slam into somebody, and then neither one of you change lanes. You
right.
destroyed it all.
Killing everybody.
The Nights You Say Neo Tour tonight at DOA Show was brought to you by blasphemous priests who are only fans of durian fruit flavored candies placed on good pillows.
That's Mike Lindell. Mike Lindell.
That's awesome.
It's fantastic.
Which, by the way, good pillows are made distinctly from durian fruit skins.
Yeah. I believe it, actually.
That's how they're. That's
I believe that. And cuddled by Satan himself.
to keep you warm at
Wow.
night.
Oblivion flickering over on Twitter. David Hogg is basically Greta Thunberg without the education and charisma.
That's right. And she was a 14-year-old girl when she started.
Is she not a 14-year-old girl now?
No, now she's like
No,
18.
She's like 17 or 18.
Oh, I was still worrying about all of it. Is she still a girl?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah. She's a girl.
Good for her.
She was a 14-year-old Scandinavian.
This is so stupid.
She was better educated than Hogg. I don't know what's going on.
I can't. You're not sucking me into this tonight. I'm not. I'm not going down that road. I'm leaving.
No brain melt.
Not
No
going to
brain
do
melt.
it. It's too late.
It was a schooling in Florida.
Wow. It was Broward County. Mm-hmm. Need I say more?
Nope.
It's amazing how if people just kind of stop trying to make an impact, don't just splash. Don't do cannonballs into the water.
Well,
Think
about the people in your life who have had the biggest impact.
Yeah.
It's usually those
Has
little
it-
times.
Yeah.
Is what?
It's usually those little moments.
Yeah.
Yes.
The small moments, the people that you actually get in touch with, the people that you actually talk to, the
Yeah.
ones that make the biggest impact in your life are usually the people that you're closest to, or you were close to at one point and caused a change
Yeah.
Right.
in your thought process.
Yeah.
Which then again, that comes back to how do we take that next step? I think we're in that point in the process of it, we need to have healing. We need to have impact on one another's lives, no matter if it's, a Democrat and a Republican, or an independent and libertarian, or, or whatever, or Christian, non-Christian. I think that there just needs to be, it comes back to that whole, let's sit down and talk to each other.
Yeah.
Right.
I miss those days.
I agree with you, though.
I miss those days.
Yeah.
Where you could just kind of, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I'm going to feel how I feel. And
and you can
And,
like it or not. Doesn't
yeah,
matter.
and with we can maintain a level of respect and move.
Even
from
having
there.
a lively debate is fine.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with disagreement.
No, we all like to.
Because
Yes, there is. No, I'm just
she yelled at me.
Yeah,
oh my
she
God.
did. I think we pushed her over the edge today.
It finally happened. Music Kids. That's what she's
That's
mad.
what
It's
happened.
been
Yeah,
weeks
music's-
since we've done anything. And she's like, it's over now.
Finally.
So is my coffee.
That's right.
I've only got a little bit left here. AmericanPrideRoasters.com is where we get our coffee. Go to
Yes.
AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
We have the King's Cake tonight.
It is so good. I haven't had it in a while. You didn't do the Jesus, did you? Oh, no.
I didn't grind the
You
baby
didn't grind
Jesus
up baby
yet,
Jesus.
no.
Good. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. It's historically great coffee, guaranteed to make you swallow every time you put it in your mouth. AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Go to Mojo50.com.
Oh yeah.
Go over there. There's a lot of other awesome hosts, shows, so many cool things. 24 hours, 7 days a week. Libertarian talk radio, unlike anything in the world. Check
us out.
Mojo50.com. You
Yeah.
can also follow them on iHeartRadio if you happen to be like that, under the Mojo50 radio banner.
Yes.
Good stuff. Go to our website, doaeshow.com. Check out the archives and everything over there.
Yep.
Become a defender, look at the shop, all that fun stuff. Social medias are at DOA Show. If you want to watch the show, you can see us on the Facebook and YouTubes, and all of that is at DOA Show. If you have any problems with it, just tweet at us at DOA Show, or you can email us at doashow@gmail.com.
We'll get back to you.
We'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
bless.